All right, folks.
Ready?
1:30, we're going to call to order this meeting in Parks and Rec. We're going to start the pledge. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And we'll do a roll call. Starting on my left.
Joe Schofield, present.
Ken Frieda, present.
Paul Leogrand, present.
Cameras on, present.
Bill Spargo, present.
Carrie Runyon, present.
Paul Flores, Public Works Director, present.
Thank you. And do we have anyone for public comment? There's no one in the room. Do we have anyone online?
No, we do not, Chairman.
Okay, great. Action log review. I don't think anything has been added to that from last meeting. If we want to go and take a look. Anything pending here?
I did update right after, I think, the last meeting, just the few things that Carrie had talked about and updated them, those last three, I think, at the end. You were looking for the high school band, just a few things like that. And
This is Carrie Runyon from Parks and Recreation, and I can tell you that Gateway High School is going to be there.
Yay, awesome.
At Winterfest.
That's great.
So that actually back and forth, but we made it happen, so.
Good.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Are they going to be parading Santa in, or do we know?
Yes, they will be in, the marching band will bring in Santa Claus in a cart. It'll be behind, so it was, we kind of did it last year, and this year I think the band's even bigger, so it's going to be nice.
Really good. Awesome. Sounds good. Okay. Nothing else on the log update then. Next thing will be to approve the previous two meetings. We have October 7th. So the meeting minutes there.
I'll make a motion. Can we do them at the same time, or? I did look through both of them.
Yeah, I looked through both. You want to make a motion for both October 7th and November 4th?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Okay. Second? Ken seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That passes. Okay. And the financial report. Nothing really stood out for me. Big changes here. Anyone have anything to discuss? Any questions? We're flying through. All right. Items for discussion, PrAC member selection and recommendations. So you know me, this is all about me.
It's always about.
It's always about me. No, but my 2-year term ends on December 7th, so I put in my application for another term. What do we have to do anything with this today? Are we voting today, Carrie, on this?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so what happens, because obviously I can't vote.
No, you cannot vote.
Are you still, we need majority, so you need
Yes.
3 out of 4.
Correct.
Right.
So you put in a motion.
If you, I guess, right, put in a motion to, or if you want to discuss it, if you've looked through my resume, we can pull it up too. If you have any questions for me, I could answer those questions, so you can have discussion before, I don't mind.
Just a comment.
Yep.
My mother always told me to get somebody who's really busy involved. I think you fit the criteria quite well. Get a baby, multiple careers.
I don't have children.
HOA, I didn't know.
That's what, but multiple HOAs and 2 careers happening at the same time. Yes, that's true. So.
Make a decision before he changes his mind.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
So
So you need a motion?
So yes, a motion has to go in.
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
What is your motion for?
My motion is is it renew? Is that, or vote you back in? Or
Approve an additional term, I think is what it is.
approve an additional term for Leo?
I would second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
So
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
Now, just to be clear, though, that is not for any position. That's just for another 2 years on
Parks and Rec
the
Committee.
Parks and Rec, right? So
That's correct.
that's, the positions are separate. That's annually, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just so everyone knows.
That's, yeah, good point. I didn't know that.
Do we need to appoint positions now to?
I don't think
we've
anyone is
already-
up, because I just took this for,
We just did these recently.
Yes. We don't have to do anything right now.
Okay, so should we make a motion that all positions remain the same?
I don't think we need to.
We don't have
I
to?
think as it comes, then, a spot opens up for either a vice or a chair or a vice chair, and we just go address it then, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, good. Software for Parks and Rec. So this was interesting when I saw this, because that's what I do for my day job. I'm a software guy, so I'm interested. I looked through this a little bit. I guess I have a few questions. What, are you looking for a piece of software that kind of brings everything together as far as scheduling and CRM and, go ahead.
Right, point of sale.
Point of sale?
Accept credit cards, et cetera, and cash. Scheduling, sport rentals, scheduling courts, scheduling pavilions, it encompasses all.
Right.
Right now, we have Facilitron that does not do court sports, can't schedule anything like that. And then if we do any type of programming, it does not offer that as well. So we have to have, and it doesn't have point of sale. So we have to have some type of way to do that when the new facility opens. Otherwise, it'll be very difficult to try to, we won't have a cash system. So we looked at 3 different software programs. One was RecDesk, Civic Plus, Recreation, and Club Essential. And Club Essential is, I guess, Rec is just for like your memberships, golf memberships, those type of things. It doesn't do any type of programming. It doesn't do league scheduling, anything like that. So that's mainly for your country clubs type of thing, golf courses. And then Civic Plus Recreation, it's used in local governments and parks management. It does all that RecDesk does, but RecDesk, I had Laura Leroy sit in with me that handles our software now for Gateway District, and she sat in with me and asked questions, and this was a lot more easier to manage, pretty much.
What are you using currently for Gateway?
We have different things. We have EntraPass for our pool and dog passes. We have Facilitron for rental of fields and shelter pavilions and soccer fields. So when we add another building, and we also use Facilitron to also rent this facility here for a lot of your HOAs and Gateway community. So when we go to a new facility and we have other things like pickleball courts that we have to schedule, we have like office rooms or classrooms, a couple of those rooms, as well as a boardroom we have to schedule. If I have to do any type of scheduling league program type of thing, and I'm putting together a little kids 3-on-3 program, Facilitron doesn't offer me that. So there's a lot more positive, a lot more things I can do with this. It also can do your passes for the pool pass, for the dog park, or any other passes that, let's say you want to do a Parks and Rec pass for residents.
Right.
It offers that, and you could do the pass, and that gets people into the pool, it gets people into the programs, everything.
Digital passes or physical passes?
Be a fob or?
It could be a fob, it could be a card, whatever we,
I guess what my question is do they offer digital passes through NFC on a mobile device, right? So as a resident, can I go on the website and get a pool pass for Gateway as a Gateway resident, where it downloads the key to my phone. Right? So that is a hugely beneficial component, I feel, because now it alleviates two major blocks. The timing of the staffing that's required to issue a physical pass and/or exchange those passes, plus the cost associated with having and maintaining physical passes.
Great idea.
Right? So that type of deployment as far as access would be hugely beneficial. And when I would advise that when you're looking at a piece of software, you're taking that into because of course that's going to be a more costly component within one of these applications. However, do an analysis on how much you would save. I think it would be worth it.
Like some of the, I think what you're talking about, I know some friends who live in gated communities. If I need to get there for somewhere, they have the ability to go on and create a key
Right.
to my phone,
yes.
and I just scan
You
it
just scan
whenever I
it.
get there, and I can come in, and it's only good for that one day or whatever time
Or-
period they
right,
designate,
right.
you know.
And the issuer can determine
That would be really, I mean, long-term, I would think that would
Something I would
save
have
some
to
money.
ask.
That didn't come up in your discussions, I'm sure.
No, or if it is, it went by my discussion. So,
Yeah, it just becomes super easy to.
and I have a little video which I could maybe check in with him to see if he can answer it while you guys are watching the video. We have a video kind of explaining it a little bit better that we want you to see.
Yeah, that's awesome. I also think like just high level and looking at it, Carrie, the other thing that I would also recommend is making sure that there, and this is kind of getting techie, right? But making sure there's an available API. In other words, that this software has the ability to talk to other softwares, right?
Yeah,
And
right,
that may
we've-
be a developer
Well,
requirement.
that was
but-
part of it that
Yeah,
we were waiting for them to finish, because they're merging with another group.
right.
And so we were waiting for them to finish before we decided to purchase, so it'll be after the first 30 years.
Cool. Let's go to the videotape. Good. Great.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, pretty impressive. I agree. I like how it's on AWS, so the uptime is going to be really good. The client interface is kind of not great, right? So the client side, we're going to need to make people understand how to use that. So we'll probably have to do some videos ourselves, which will take some time.
And they do have a lot of those already set up. They got how-tos set up, which is good for people outside that are trying to register and everything. That's the other reason why a lot of their helping, like if these other ones are like so many hours, it's this much money,
Right.
we're only going to give you this many hours of our time, blah, 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 blah. They don't do that.
Well-
They offer us assistance, but they don't cut it up into hours.
Well, I would assume that, are they their own PayFac? Or are they passing the payments to somebody else? And what are those fees for us, right? Like, what are we paying fee-wise for the transaction processing? Because usually when a firm does something like that and they don't charge per hour or they just offer support, they're making money on us processing transactions. That's how they're really not any subscription that they're getting from us. But what do those fees look like, right?
Transaction process fees.
Right, because out of let's say it's $200 to sign up for a program, right? It could very well be that we only see $100 of that. I'm just saying, whatever it may be, you just want to find that out there, right? Like, what's the hit we're taking on each transaction? Because a lot of times, I'm just saying, companies will say, oh, it's this much a year or this much monthly, but they're not including the actual fees for every time somebody processes something.
It's usually $5,500 a year. So
Is the
we got
subscription?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we got it, he's knocked 1,000 off, so
Okay.
it's 4,500. These other ones were much higher, double. I'm not much of a computer geek, so I can't.
And that's why I'm saying, that's why I'm bringing it up. If the other ones that are double, right, include a PayFac transaction fee where they're not hitting us for it because it's within the subscription, it could end up being actually cheaper than one that is representing as half off, but has a transaction fee of, let's say, 29%.
I know they have their in-house payment processor.
They're their own PayFac, which means that they could regulate that fee, which means that we need to find out from them how much is the transaction fee every time one of our residents rings through a membership or a request for renting a space or a program or whatever it is. Every time we put through a transaction, if I pay $10, how much is Gateway actually seeing of that $10? Is it $7 or is it $5? Because that's a big difference.
Said, all-inclusive, no startup costs or additional fees for training and support.
Okay, that's great.
Optional one-time fees, member household profile import, 1,500, enhanced residency enforcement, 1,500, financial extract, 1,500. You know what that means? Oh.
That's probably just so there's something called PADSS certification. That's probably what that is. It's just to verify that they can process transactions and it's a secure method to do so, but that's not going to be a fee for,
Nikisi, KISI integration. You know what that is? Okay. Includes the first 1,200 users and each additional user will cost initial $1.
that's the CRM side of it. So that's the database control, right? So if you have 1,000 people, so right there, you have to think, user probably means by that video is mom, dad, and children, right? So if we have 7,200 units in Gateway, is that correct? 7,200 homes? If you get 50% of that, you're well over 1,000, right? So that's going to cost as well. quite a few $1,000s, right? So that is a fee, but that's not the one that I'm concerned with.
The transaction fee
Yeah.
is what you're concerned with.
Yeah.
I thought that was something I've discussed already, but I can't remember.
Well, we still don't know about gate access with this.
Well over.
What do you mean?
They
Well
include
over.
gate access as well.
Gate access for war.
All the places where we're going to allow
The
people
pool?
to come in, the pool, and
Yes,
something they can do as well.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think from just that short video, it looks like a good platform. I'm just proposing the questions I would ask in evaluating. You could always, like, outside of this committee, you could always reach out to me on that kind of stuff too.
There's no per transaction costs.
So they're covering all the
No
transaction fees?
per transaction costs. This quote was based on the revenue activity questionnaire provided by a member or members of your department. There's your answer, I think.
Okay, so then all you're dealing with is the dollar overage per unit over 1,000, or per client, right, over 1,000 of them, so. Which can be costly, but not nearly as bad as if there's a transaction fee. But I think even at that, Tamara just said that there, that will most likely initially at least be greater than those other, you're saying that?
Yeah, because let's say it's a family of 5. Is each one of them considered a user?
Yes.
I mean,
I would find out if it's resident or if it's
or is it just?
per line user. It is,
Is it per household?
right, is it
Yeah,
per
per
household or is
household,
it,
yeah.
because that's a huge difference, right? If the average, even if we had half the households in some capacity, but mom, dad, and the 3 kids all have a user profile, right?
You could go best case, worst case. Best case is it's per household, and let's say we get 50% of the community. So what is that, 3,600?
Right.
So
Even
if
that's
it's
an overage
that,
of
what does
20
that overage come to be, right?
2,500, let's say, right? $2,500.
So now you're still at 7,000, right? So you're still lower than the other one. So if that comes back as the answer, maybe that's reasonable. If we
Right.
think 50% is a reasonable estimate, if not, if it's per person, that could be a whole nother, that could
Also-
really be bad.
Also, from the database side, is that annually? Because the cost is annually, right? But is the overage charge included annually, or is it a one-time hit? So in other words, am I paying for those over 1,000 every year as well? Or am I just hit once as a penalty for that over?
I think we answered the question on the transactional fees.
Yeah.
So I was going to add that to the log, but we could take that off.
Also, I would consider the terms and conditions that they have as far as the subscription. Can you cancel at any time? Are you locked into a certain lease amount? Are you locked in for 3 years at that rate? Are you locked in for 5? If you cancel, do you have to pay off so on and so forth?
Okay.
I mean, just high level, those are the things that but again, platform looks good from what the demo was, so hopefully. I think it'll do what we needed to do.
Find out. Okay. Anything else on that? So if I get these, bring this back, I guess, right, with some questions, with some answers. Maybe, he might be available to ask those questions right online too, so.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I have on that. That's,
That's a big project.
It is. It is a big project because I was back and forth in the different ones, and you want to make sure that you can hit every item that you need. And sometimes it's hard to do that.
Other than you, who, from an IT perspective, who's managing it on our side? Do we have like an IT person handle? Fine, it's okay.
Well, Laura would help me. She'd
Laura and
be-
Carrie.
Yeah, Laura Leroy, works with all the computer stuff right now. And then she would help, she would be the point person, I'm sure. And then I would help set up all the programs and stuff, because she doesn't know that part of it.
You talk offline. Okay. All right, cool. All right, what's next on here? Yeah, oh, public comment. Yes. No one's in the room? Anyone online?
I went on.
All right, excellent. So staff update, Winterfest. Let's talk about Winterfest.
Okay, so I put a packet in front of you for Winterfest, which will be Saturday, starting at 4 o'clock.
I'm coming for the parking. It's nice. Carrie has a way of getting us to
That's right.
show
Get you
up.
there
somehow.
T-shirt and
Yeah.
your parking pass. What more do you need?
I also I don't know what my notes are, but I also had a list of volunteers and ideas, and I just want to know who will be there on Saturday. I know Paul will be with his
You
wife,
got me, yes.
Miss Lauren.
Yes.
I plan to drop by.
Carrie, do you need to know specifically when we would be there? Right now, it's hard to say what time I might be there, but
Okay.
can we just pop by when we can and when it's...
Yeah, I do have some needed assistance. I need help in a couple of the locations, and I was hoping that I would get some assistance with that. I was seeing if you were available.
Yeah.
Are you going to be around?
No, last
You're out of
month.
town, right?
Yeah, I'm flying out that
Okay.
morning.
I need,
Unfortunately, I'm disappointed, actually. I wish I had planned it differently, but
well, we also need somebody at the volunteer raffle tent where people come in, sign in, volunteers, and they also sign in for raffles. They buy raffle tickets to win some pretty cool prizes. I needed somebody there because I have two people, but I always like a third. Somebody has to go to the restroom, whatever. So, but if anybody's going to be there for a certain time period that can help out, I'd be great to see you. Let me know, please.
Yeah, I'd love to, but I'm on my way to Thailand.
Oh yeah, you're going to Thailand.
Sorry.
Okay. I don't know.
I know it's a weak excuse.
And Paul's going to be there with Santa. So an adjustment in the schedule a little bit. The dance lounge will not be performing, but Gateway Charter Elementary is doing a chorus and a dance. So I've changed this a little bit. But for the most part, it's the same amount of acts so that we normally have. It's a lot in a 4-hour period. We do have some good food trucks there. We have the kids to play. We have an MVP trailer, which you go in and play video games. You got the Christmas tree lighting. There's going to be some snow out there. Games for the kids to play, and then Soccer Shots will be there throwing their little balls and like little elves, and they're running around, and it'll be fun. And then there's all the items on the stage, all the little acts that the kids do. Lots of popcorn. The Grinch will be there bouncing around as well.
And the attendance is good at these?
Very good.
The attendance?
Oh, yeah, we get 900 to between 900 and 1,200 people go through.
Is it advertised in schools and churches and
It's all over social media and everything. If you haven't seen the banners, I put banners all over entrances and exits all over Gateway. So it's been,
They look good. They're
You ought
well
to put a
placed.
sign out in front
We
of
have-
Pelican.
we have about 13 sponsorships this year. So we got a lot of sponsorships to help pay for this. So it's not coming out of the pocket of residents. So if you can, please stop by, please come see me. It's hard to find me. I will have a Santa hat on, but I run around a lot. So I'm moving.
It's a big area.
Yeah, and I'm moving very fast, so. Best place to find me is go to the Volunteer, the Gateway tent. It's a white tent, you can't miss it.
Okay.
And that's where we're selling the raffle tickets.
I will be coming, for
Okay.
sure.
You'll love it. It's very festive, people are happy, the kids are running around having a ball,
Blast. It's just a blast.
so.
Well, can we have a debate team set up to talk to the Crinch?
Good luck with that. He comes and he does things and he disappears very quickly, so good luck.
I don't blame him.
That's Paul's job. He's going to be in charge of the Grinch this year.
Now.
Okay.
All right,
And that's from 4 in the evening till 8 in the evening.
4 to 8, yes, 4 to 8. It used to be 6 to 10, and then they went to 5 to 9, but the little kids wear out pretty quick. Around 8 o'clock, they start crashing, so.
Next level, are they coming?
Next years are coming, yep, so.
Nice.
And we did incorporate the tree lighting last year, and we're going to do it again this year. So, yeah, so. Sure, okay,
Oh, yeah, I was going to do the same.
okay,
Awesome.
okay,
Looking forward to it.
all right.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that.
All right. Let's see, what else? Member items and reports. I don't have an additional thing to say. Don't have anything? No. No?
One question. I think last week we had a thing on, I think, Carrie, you were going to take back to the board that we wanted feedback on that pavilion. Did we hear anything?
We talked last month about the.
Oh, the pavilion.
update On the pavilion.
Because we presented to them and we hadn't heard anything back.
I thought, I have to find out. I don't think that was discussed.
It wasn't put into the agenda.
I don't
didn't
think
see
so,
it in there.
no.
Now, is this a new pavilion or is it the one that was already?
It's the pavilion that we proposed to them.
Proposed, gosh,
Dave Ruth's pavilion.
for the, before the summer break?
Yes. before the-
You did that in May, right?
So,
It's, which one is it, Paul? Is it Community Pavilion?
in the back.
It's out back here,
gonna be
where's the
back here.
pool? Here's the pool,
Yeah.
it's right here. So it would face up the hill on the pool, here's the waterfront, it would be here, actually, right here.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. You're talking about the concert?
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to hear about what happened there.
First, I'll check the meeting information to see if anything came out of it. And if not, then I'll check with Chelsea to see if she knows
Yeah.
anything.
I mean, I went back, I looked at all the minutes from that point forward. There hasn't been a mention of it, honestly.
No, I don't think there was, Chairman. And if I could just kind of chime in a little, I do want to commend Joe. He did come to our November 18th Board of Supervisor meeting. He did express, as a representative and committee member, some concerns regarding PrAC and communication with the BOS as well. I believe there's some tentative plans to try to do like a joint workshop with all the members of PrAC, and also the Board of Supervisors will be in one room or in the boardroom and be able to talk about, items and matters regarding the Parks and Rec department and the future of the, Parks and Recreation in the community here. So I don't think we've scheduled it. I think there was some discussion about January, but it's not tentative or not locked in yet. So I just kind of want to share that.
Yeah, they got to talking about Parks and Recreation and some of the other things, and I got up and said, how do you communicate? You know, are you going to send a report? And their answer was, well, it comes through the staff, from the board to the staff to us, which is the communication route, which is fine. And again, I'm a newbie here, so I don't know how well that works. But I always just think of the kids lined up giving whispers to each other. And by the time you get to the
Exactly. It's a game
last
of
person, and they've decided that they want to do something with a workshop, they thought maybe they ought to communicate with all their groups and committees. And excellent idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Like telephone tag.
I told you I'm not bashful.
Yeah.
And I'm not,
Thank you for doing that.
I'll talk to those people straight up.
Appreciate it, Joe.
So we'll be trying to schedule that sometime in the near future,
Great.
beginning part of 2026.
Yeah, thank you.
So if you have any vacations or something that coming up January, please let me know.
Say no.
Yeah. You have to go to me first.
I'll be back.
Okay.
January 2nd.
Okay.
And Chairman, if I could just give another staff update, on the November 18th Board of Supervisor meeting, it was also discussed the basketball court at the Fun Park. And some of the concerns that we brought forward were that there's been a lot of cracks in the concrete pavement of that basketball court. And I believe the maintenance team in the past has tried to fill those in, but those cracks have gotten worse. So on the risk management side of the district, we felt it would probably be best. And we did discuss this with the board of supervisors, and they did support demolishing the basketball court for safety reasons and not to get anyone hurt. Also with the fact that the future Commons Park is just around the corner, sometime next year, that we could do without that park for the time being. So right now, as you probably have been contacted by residents or have you seen it yourself, that the demolition's on its way. It's probably complete by now, because I know they got through halfway through the court yesterday, which was, believe it or not, really easy to demolish given the fact that it was all cracked up. So, with the equipment that we have on staff and on hand, we were able to pile up all the rubble, per se, of the basketball court. So if you have any questions, please direct them to either Carrie or myself. But for now, we're not going to replace the basketball court, given the fact that in light of the future Commons Park being opening sometime next year.
Makes sense. Great. Thank you.
I have a question about, we have a baseball diamond here, don't we, or a softball diamond in Gateway?
No.
Oh, I
They
thought
do
we
in
did.
Stony Brook, I believe,
Oh, it's in one of the communities. Oh, okay.
but it's not accessible for.
Oh, okay.
Anything else, folks?
They also have a hockey rink.
In Stony Brook?
Really?
Open?
I got rid of my ice skates and my hockey stick.
Time to re-up.
These are rollerblades that they use,
Yeah, nice.
and I think it's still usable.
All right. Well, that being said, next meeting will be January 6th. Tuesday at 1:30. As far as an agenda goes, I think if we could get any from the Board of Supervisors on that workshop, that'll be great. And the pavilion, yeah, that would be excellent. Forward to that. I'm sure we'll have a debrief on Winterfest. And maybe updates on how the progress is going over at the Commons. That'd be great, right?
I wonder if it's possible to take a tour. Hard hat only, but
It is.
I'd love to kind of walk in there and kind of get the flow of the
You'd have to go around the outer, not so much the inner side.
Questions I have is like, where would be the? I think we were talking about it, developing a nice. Like to get the flow. I also had a neighbor, I don't have a dog. I did ask my neighbor how he feels about dog park. And the dog park that they use, they like the idea of the new one, but they also like the old one. He asked me a question, is it still going to be there? I said, I don't know. He likes the old one because it seems to be a little bigger area. I don't know. Thought I'd pass that on.
I could think the original plan was, this is Carrie, Parks and Recreation, was to, they were going to use that as a parking area, and they were going to move the dog park over to the new commons. So,
That's what I thought. That's what I told him. He was just disappointed. He said he'd be willing to pay for both. And I thought, well, I don't think.
Was one of the main drivers, I think, in changing
Oh,
was
yes.
the lack of parking here on the
Yep.
big soccer
Yep.
seasons.
between soccer and flag football and
Yeah.
events, it's a lot of parking needed. We do have an agreement with Gateway Elementary, with the school district, and to be able to use their parking over there as well
Or,
for
Events.
events and
So-
soccer
I
and,
know we send them for Winterfest, right, once the back
Yeah.
fills up.
Yep.
And
we do that also for soccer games, like Saturdays. If you come here on a Saturday, there
Who's
is
doing
nowhere to
traffic?
park.
Who's doing traffic for Winterfest? Do you,
My volunteers.
I see people parking
The
very
kids.
close to the street out there.
Not just so much kids, no, I have adults.
Okay.
I have adults from the Next Level Church.
They did great at the Red, White, and Pool. I mean, you had a lot of.
Yeah, they did a
volunteers.
wonderful
They were
job.
Incredible.
Yeah, these are the two big ones that they come help a lot with. And then I also have I've asked for high school students because they need their hours.
8 hours?
And I put them in arts and crafts, the
Sure.
different spots that they would enjoy doing, keep them busy, so.
Speaking of parking, at the CDD meeting, they have decided they're going to put no parking signs on the roads near the schools. So this lineup, well, I don't know how they'll enforce it, but
They're even allowed to do that at my kids' school, my grandkids' school. They do not allow that. Them teachers are out there, you stop, and they're waving you on and yelling at you.
well, they're,
And here, they can block up for a mile.
well, I passed two schools coming here for CDD meetings, and I have to be careful. By the way, you'll see signs that are yellow that say 35-mile speed limit. That is not a legal speed limit. The speed limit is what is on the white and black sign. And the yellow signs are a suggested sign. And I carry a letter from the city in my glove box to tell me that, because I'm sure that some cop would pull me over. I'd lose the argument, but I'd just pull my letter out and say, here.
I've never noticed those.
Well, I asked them, on the one on Tree Line, I said, why don't you have lights there that blink during school hours? What you do is you have a sign that says 35 miles an hour. It says that on Sunday night, it says it's Sunday morning, it's Saturday, Christmas Day. Why? There's no school. And they said, well, it's just a suggestion. On school days, but they don't tell you that. But no, the CDD is going to put signs up and hopefully try to stop parking in streets.
Interesting. Well, with that, can we get a motion to adjourn? What do you say?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody.